Now, this Solitaire pack comes with 6 different Solitaire games. There's Klondike, Pyramid, Tri-Peaks, Free Cell, and Spider Solitaire, which you may be familiar with from other Solitaire packs. However, there is one game that no one has ever played before called Black War, which was created by yours truly in about 2021 as a way to ease my wife's boredom. Now, we'll get to all of them in time, but first let's go up to this button and set the card images that we want to see in our game. We can also look at the credits to see who contributed what. So everything was done and found by yours truly, Jonathan. However, I also worked on the artwork with my friend Lani. I purchased background images from Sweetland, the Volcorn text, the music by Shauru that you can hear now, and sound effects by the Casual Game Sounds. You could also click on my links below to get to my itch.io page, my GitHub page, which has all of the code for this project. You can send me an email, or you can look at my Google Play Store account. Now let's get started on the games, and let's look at Klondike Solitaire first. Now, if you've never played Klondike Solitaire before, that's fine. Let's look at this settings where it tells us the rules of the game. Every game will show you the rules as well. Now, to win a game of Klondike Solitaire, you must move every card to the 4 aces area in the top right here. Now, these cards must be of matching suits and go from ace to king for all 4 suits. If at any time you find the game is too easy or too hard, you can go to the advanced options and change some of the options. For example, draw 3 cards instead of 1, limit the number of times you can go through the deck, count the number of times you press the undo button, or limit the number of times you can press the undo button. You could also turn on and off the music and sound effects from the settings menu. Now, let's get started. So first I will move the ace up here. However, if you're using the computer, you can also right click, or if you're on your phone, you can do a double click on the screen with 2 fingers. Now, I would need to move the cards in a black and red and black stacked order. However, I have no matches here, so let's draw a card. Now I have a red 10 I can move down. What else do we have? Okay, a black 9, we're on our way. A red 2 that I can't use. Ooh, this looks like it's one of the more challenging games. Oh, and we've got a 2 over here, so we can right click. A 4 that we can put on a 5. 6, a jack, and that's just about the game, is to create these combinations and eventually put them up there and hope that you win. The game will tell you how long it took you to win the game, how many moves it did, and even how many times you used the undo button if you are tracking that. Now let's go back to the main screen so we can look at the Pyramid Solitaire game. Now, Pyramid Solitaire, you need to remove all of the cards, and to remove a card, a match equal to 13 must be made, where ace equals 1, 2 equals 2, 10 is 10, jack is 11, queen is 12, and king is 13, so simply clicking the king will remove it. Now, jack and 2 are a match, ace and queen, 10 and 3, 5 and 8, 7 and 6. Oh. This game can be great for teaching a child math. It can also just be entertaining and casual fun for whoever's playing. Some people even enjoy playing with friends or family, as it can be a group game where one person says, "Oh look, I see a match there." Now, as always, if you find that you cannot win the game, there is the reset button in the settings, and there's also the undo button that you can use as well. You can see the score too, and try to see what is the highest score that you can get. Now, not all games are always winnable, so you may need to play one game multiple times to try to find the winning combination. However, it is not guaranteed that you can win the game, which is part of the magic of playing a solitaire game. For example, I don't believe I can win this game as I have my 2 4s underneath my 2 9s, which would show that this game was never winnable from the start, so it would need to be reset. And that's just one of the fun of playing Pyramid, and it makes the victory so much sweeter that way. Now we have the Tri-Peaks game, where of course you need to remove all of the cards. To remove a card, you must click a card that is one value above or below the current card. Currently I have King, so the order of the cards goes Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have King, I would need Queen or Ace. I see no aces, so I will click Queen, King, Queen, Jack, 10, and I'm done with that run. Okay, 6, 5, let's do 4, and we're done. Ace, King, Ace. 3 would need 4 or 2, which I have none of. 4 again, 7. Ooh, okay, 7. I can choose 6 or 8. This 8 clear shows 2 cards, this 8 shows 1 card, and this 6 does nothing. So I'm going with this 8. Ooh, that was a good 8. Now I can choose between the 7 or the 6 and the 5. 7 and the 8 or 6 and 5. I am feeling this. Oh, okay. 7, 6, 5. There we go. Let's see. 10, Jack. Ooh, okay. 10, 9, 10, 9. Ooh, that was a good run there. Now, as always, you are not guaranteed a victory when playing this game, and that just makes the victory that you do achieve so much sweeter, and when you lose by just 1 card, that much worse. Let's see if I can find a Jack or a King, and there you go, I've won the game. I can start a new game or I can quit, which I will. So that was Tri-Peaks. We have the free cell game next, and to win a game of free cell solitaire, you need to move all of the cards to the top right area or the aces area, and they must be in a run from ace to 10. Now let's see, we have ace. Okay, we can move that up there. We have a queen here, but it is the same color as the king, so we cannot move it. But we can move this, get the ace and the 2. Ooh, that was a good match. Let's see what's next. I would like to have this area, but trying to get that could be fatal. But we can do a little fendangling like this. Now, do we have a jack? Almost. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this king into that spot, get my jack back. And this is how the game is played. It has a bit of a strategy to it, even though you can see all of the cards. Trying to decide which card to pick first is very tough. But it is fun if you enjoy this kind of game, which I hope that you've noticed that I do. let's see here, we're going along very well. But you can kind of see how the game is played and won, so let's move on. So that was Free Cell. Let's look at the Spider Solitaire game. Ooh, this one is challenging as well. They are all pretty challenging. Now, to win a game, you must complete runs from king to ace until all of these cards are removed. You do not have to click all of these in order to win, and these just add a line of cards. But now, let's get started. So my usual tactic is to try to remove a single line as fast as I can, as that frees up space. So let's see what we can drag out. Ooh, I'm getting pretty unlucky with all of these 2s and 3s and 5s and queens. Oh my. However, my first drive is still going, so I must be lucky somewhere. Okay, now let's move a 3 onto my 4. Ooh, let's actually grab this one. There we go. Now you don't have to drag either. In all of the games you are able to click and then click where you want it to move and it will move. For example, Jack to Queen, 8 to 9, 10 to Jack. Oh, hey, I might just, and I did. Perfect. Now I've cleared a bottom. Let's grab that. And, ooh, if I could just find an ace, I could show you a single row. So let's continue going a little bit longer than I planned, just to see if we can complete it. And it looks like I am finally out of moves. Wow, I went from very unlucky to pretty darn lucky. But now it's time for us to click and show another line. This can make or break a game depending on how it shows up for you. We finally got that ace, but now I do not have a place to remove this jack. So, and it looks like this is the worst case scenario where I cannot move any or most of my cards, which means I will have to draw again and hope to remove a jack and a 9 now. But that is just part of the challenge and the fun of the game. And I will leave it to you to crack the final victory. And now we have the game of Black War. Now, Black War, you must win more cards than any other player. So we can see the deck. I have 11 cards left in my deck. I have not won any cards and my current hand totals 13. Player 2 has a total of 12, so my hand is better than his. Player 3 has a hand of 14, so he would win, and player 4 also has 14, so the game would force player 4 and player 3 to draw a card to decide the winner. However, I have 13, so I'm going to risk drawing. Now, in this game, just so you know, 2 through 10 are worth numbers 2 through 10 points, so 9 plus 4 is 13. Jack, Queen, and King are worth 10 points, hence 10 plus 2 is 12. And Ace is worth either 1 or 11 points. So I will draw. Now I'm at 17. I have the winning hand, so I will hold. And no one has decided to try to beat me, so I am the winner. The game will go until one of the players runs out of cards. Now I have 3 and 10, so 13. However, player 2 has 21. I am not going to fight that, so I will end my turn and I will forfeit this match to player 2. Now I have 20 But player 2 is very lucky. Now they have 21. So I will give up again. Hopefully I can win this time. Ooh, I have 6. Player 3 has 18. There's 1 match left in the game. So I will give up. Player 4 ended up winning with 20. Okay, so I'm winning. 33. He's lost. He's gone over 21. Ooh, but this one has 20. The game is over next turn, so I must try. Now I'm at 20. Looks like we are going into sudden death. Now with sudden death, player 1 and player 3 must draw because they both have 20. Which means I can go up to 25, I can go up to 30, and the same with player 3. No matter what, we are still lower than player 2, except for his 23, but player 4 might be the winner here. But it looks like I won, so I was very lucky. I wonder if you can be as lucky as I was. And that's all there is to my Solitaire pack, Nichathan's Solitaire pack. I hope you enjoy playing it, and I look forward to your reviews in the Google Play Store.